Hey everyone, it's Justin here with Voices for Voices. Thank you again for joining us on this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Thank you for all the love and support you've given us over the years, whether this is your first episode with us or whether you've been with us for the over now 320 episodes. It sounds wild to say that, but we are indeed over 320 full episodes, and we couldn't do any of this without you. So thank you for all the love and support, being with us from the beginning, joining us here today on this particular episode, which is going to be a summary episode because it's been a little while since we've come to you. Now, over the weekend, we were blessed and grateful to have attended and had a booth at the 2025 Alpha Omega Comic Con. So that is the Christian equivalent to the regular Comic Con, the secular Comic Con. And so that was held out in Long Beach, California. And want to give a big shout out and thank you to Mr. Ralph Miley for putting that on, uh, knowing the very little that I know about putting trade shows, conventions together. It takes a lot of work to do that. So thank you, Ralph, for having Voices for Voices there to provide a voice uh, across the world because we were able to prior to the show opening, we were able to do a press conference where we were able to announce publicly the Voices for Voices is indeed publishing. And so that is part of Voices for Voices publishing. And that includes uh, comics. And so we were able to exhibit, sell quite a few copies of our brand new comic uh, entitled The Adelan. And it was just very special for me to be able to uh, have a small part in that evolution of bringing Voices for Voices publishing into the portfolio of the organization. It's a very humbling experience to be able to do this. Uh, I talked a little bit about having ideas, and it's one thing to have an idea. We all have ideas, and there's no shortage of ideas. And I'm not here to tell anybody not to have ideas and not to dream. I want you to dream. I want you to be creative. I want you to go after what is um, passionate to you and to what you like to do, what you want to do, what makes you happy. Voices for Voices is that for me. And so find that for you and go after that. Don't let anybody tell you you're not talented enough, that you're not ma mature enough, that you're not I don't know. Uh, don't let anybody steer you away from your dreams. And Voices for Voices Publishing, I had no idea a year ago that it would be even an option to be able to do that. And we're doing it. And we're doing it on global scale, international, across the world, whatever you want to call it. And so we were able to publicly come out and talk about Voices for Voices publishing. We were able to talk about our first comic, The Adelan, uh, our one of the first publications that we have out as well. Right now, you're able to find those all on Amazon.com, and you can find those today, tonight, whatever time it is that you're viewing this content or listening to this content. You can find that in those publications that we are rapidly building the seaman that is uh, our latest. So as I mentioned, we just this past weekend we launched our first comic book, and as we uh, are at this point, we have four now a total of four different publications that we have out, and more are coming fast and furious. And we thank you for making this possible to Voices for Voices. Uh, but we're not just here for ourselves. I already spent over 30 years of my life uh, focused on myself and only myself. And so, as you've heard or listened, as you've seen, it's time to help people. And that's what we're doing. That's where that goal of helping 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond came from. And this is just one avenue that we are helping others. All of our content that you have and will see has a mental health undertone to them because Voices for Voices, the main pillar is around mental health and surviving and uh, talking through trauma and experiences that we have gone through. Uh, and we can't stress that enough. So you are going to see mental health themes that are going to run through our content. You may not hear the words or see the words mental health in every single publication, but know that within the storylines, the plots, the other business units that we will be announcing, uh, just know that mental health is driving this Voices for Voices ship. And no matter what way we turn, no matter what business unit we add to our portfolio under Voices for Voices, mental health remains and will remain a key component of everything we do. And and that's because Voices for Voices was founded on that principle of my mental health. And that we wouldn't be an organization if that weren't the case. So we just want to thank you. Thank you to everybody that came out the Alpha Omega Comic Con uh, 2025 in Long Beach over the weekend. thank you to every single one of you that stopped by our booth. We were able to do some interviews outside of the press conference. Those will be coming out uh, when the reporters want them to come out. So we don't have control over that. But we were grateful and humbled that uh, there were individuals and news outlets that had an interest in Voices for Voices. And so that's a big thank you to all of them, to all of you that had a hand in it. And we just are. I say this over and over and over and over again that we were really grateful to be in a position where we're at, uh, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of energy that goes in to these events. As I mentioned from Ralph, his point of view of the overall conference convention, and then us being just one of many, many, many vendors that were able to share our talents, our treasures, our resources with the world, with with the state of California, and those that traveled uh, to California to make that happen. I want to thank everybody who we were able to meet. There's too many people to mention. We were able to meet so many nice people, so many generous people that uh, they shared their stories. They shared what makes them who they are, what makes their organization, and what makes what they do so important to them to spend their time at this convention. So thank you to all those of you. We are grateful for you, and we just yeah, we're just so. Uh, I'm gonna probably break a record by saying grateful as many times. But that's that's really how I feel and how we feel as an organization. You're gonna see uh, you're gonna see changes to the organization. As I mentioned, we added Voices for Voices publishing. You'll see maybe some changes to leadership, uh, including the board of directors. But that comes with all organizations, so that's not a shock. Just wanted to share that and want to give uh, a little bit of a travel story with you. So when you travel, if you have or know somebody that has, you can plan all you want, but there's always going to be something that goes awry, goes sideways, they call it. And so I'm going to give the one of many, but the one that is on the tip of my tongue. And so as you set up booths, you have all kinds of information. Sometimes you want to call out, a specific book, a specific comic, a specific thing. And so you have stands. And so these stands, they sit on the table and then they stand up and where you can slide, your paper, your advertisement in there so that can catch the attendees' eyes instead of having to look all the way down at the table. And so I had three of these stands. We had three of these stands. And as the way things go, I had an early morning to get to the show in time to set up, get ready for the press conference, and all those things. So, in my fury to get everything put together, uh, I found myself waiting for transportation. And I was at a very large property, and so there were separate buildings. They were connected. And so as I'm waiting for my transportation, I'm taking stock of everything I have with me, my luggage, making sure everything's with me. And I look around, I'm looking at my backpack, and I'm looking at my hands. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot something in the room. And it was these three stands that we were bringing to attention to the comic book, one of our publications, another of our publications, as well as the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. So my transportation's on its way, and I go to the registration desk and say, I know I just checked out. I'm missing these three stands, and they're very important. Can somebody go in the room, get those and bring those down? And again, they're separate buildings. And luckily, I want to give a big thank you to the gentleman that helped me out. I'm not going to give names. I'm not going to give names of hotels, any of that. Uh, just want to say thank you. This gentleman was able to get security to meet me back at my room. And those three stands were there. I made it back in time for my transportation with everything that I needed at that time. And I bring this up because things happen. A lot of planning went into it. And still, at the end of the day, I almost went to the conference without um, three very important stands, which on the surface doesn't seem like a big deal. But when you have, again, a booth and you're trying to catch people's eye level, the higher you can catch that, the better the chances, the better the odds, at least that the attendees are going to see that and see those. So I want to give a thank you to that gentleman and that security detail that was able to provide that and get me re-access to the room. And so then the rest of the show went as as planned. It was controlled chaos. There were times where there were a lot of people, and there were times where there was a little bit of a break where you can take a deep breath. And it was a lot of fun. It really was. And to be able to be there as a member of Voices for Voices, not only as the TV show and podcast, not only as other areas, but to now be able to put books, comics in your hands and others and on your electronic devices that has that Voices for Voices publishing, that has those mental health trauma storylines in those stories. Very, very grateful for that opportunity. So thank you. Thank you to Ralph. Thank you to all others. There's too many to share, but thank you. And we look forward to additional convention shows as they make sense for us, for our organization, our brand, and we look forward to sharing those with you at the appropriate time. So go over to Amazon.com, Voices for Voices Publishing. That'll get you what you're looking for. The big seller was the comic, The Adelan, and you can find that on Amazon.com. Uh, it's uh, it's just all inspiring to see work that had just a small hand in. Uh, so thank you. And I want to give also a thank you. So there was a lot of logistics, a lot of changes, a lot of security, a lot of things that we're getting used to. And so we want to thank everybody that was with us, that worked security for us. Uh, Again, we can't do these things without you. And so thank you to everybody. Uh, Personal security, uh, event security, hotel security. But again, and we can't do this without you. As I state on these shows that we air, these podcast episodes, these TV show episodes, and want to give big a big thank you. We weren't able to we weren't able to connect as we're planning to do. Uh, because schedules got in the way of things as they sometimes do. But sometimes when we travel, we meet individuals. Individuals know about Voices for Voices, know about us, know that we just a couple weeks ago presented Senator Ted Cruz with the 2025 Voice of the Year Award for his work on the Take It Down Act, as well as his work on the border with human trafficking, of really going after uh, a lot of these bad people. And so we wanted to thank again Senator Ted Cruz for being so gracious with his time, for his whole staff that made this happen for us. I want to thank Elliston Berry. Had the unfortunate experience that drove uh, the Take It Down Act to now be a federal law that Senator Ted Cruz from the great state of Texas brought up through the Senate, passed 100 to 0, and it finally passed the House of Representatives, and President Trump signed that into law. So we thank uh, Elliston, we want to thank Miss Anna, we want to thank Mark, uh, and the entire Senator Cruz team, as well as Senator Ted Cruz. Thank you so much for your time. We're just grateful to have had an opportunity to meet you, shake your hand, and share a lot of the good work that you do with not only in Washington, D.C., the state of Texas, but the whole United States, and really that reverberates across the world. So thank you for that. Um, and wanted to give a thank you to Caroline Levitt, press secretary for President Trump. We crossed paths uh, in our travels recently, and we had intentions of getting together and chatting. And although that didn't happen, and we weren't able to make that happen due to our schedules, just we just weren't able to make that happen. We planned on it. We are looking forward to it, and look forward for for the opportunity to make that happen. To have you, Caroline, on our show to talk about all the great work that you do, that you inspire more than a generation. But you just inspire people to be true and authentic in the work that you do, no matter where that takes you, whether wherever that takes President Trump. And we wanted to say thank you. for uh, for even recognizing Voices for Voices. That's just huge. We we're grateful for that. That's the White House. This is the White House. This is, the people's house. Uh, and for Voices for Voices, uh, to have a voice in the White House, no matter how small and teeny tiny that is. We want to thank you, Caroline, for uh, even even thinking about putting some time in your schedule for us. Uh, so although we didn't make it happen this this past travels, we look forward to the time when we're able to have you on the show, wherever that may be. Whether that be remote, whether that be in DC, wherever that may be. We would just be uh, so grateful uh, to talk with you and share and inspire others, because you are such an inspiration, standing firm, standing authentic, uh, telling things how it is, when media individuals uh, try to change the narrative on certain narratives. Uh, sorry, I had an itch in my nose. I'm sure that's happened to you before. Uh, so thank you to Caroline Levitt, um, for even knowing what Voices for Voices is. So thank you. We look forward to having you on a future episode or episodes of our TV show and podcast. Uh, just just really awe-inspired to have an organization that started in my head, and to have it be where it is just incredible. And so we're just going to close out this show by saying again, thank you to everybody, especially Ralph Miley, Alpha Omega Comic Con, the Christian uh, comic convention, rivaling the secular Comic Con, for inviting us to be a part of the convention this year. Thank you for letting us share our talents organization wise. We had so many people that helped us along the way on our team, and we are just thankful for that opportunity. And again, we want to let everybody know, dream. Go after those dreams. You never know where they're going to end. You never know how far you can get. Uh, we hear the term, you only live once, and we do. We only live once. So go after those dreams, those aspirations. Go after them. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Have you be the only person, the only thought that can really restrain you from what you want to do. Obviously, we're not talking about things that are illegal and that. Um, we're not talking about dreams about that. We're talking about authentic dreams, people wanting to help people. That's what we're about. Voices for Voices, and we give 1,000% backing to those, to you, that want to make a positive difference in the world. Again, we're not talking about things that are illegal. We're talking about things that are legal and are helpful, are positive, are helping inspire others. And then that leads into, again, a big thank you to Caroline Levitt for even knowing what Voices for Voices is, and to even have the thought that we would be able to link up and have a conversation, uh, whatever that output would have been. Uh, Thank you. We look forward to the opportunity to have you on our show, on our podcast, for an episode or two. And again, it really does, it blows my mind that we crossed paths, and word got back to me that uh, that uh, you were more than happy to have a conversation and just chat. Uh, and although that didn't happen on these travels, we know that at some point in the not so distant future, where we'll be able to have Caroline Levitt as a guest on the Voices for Voices TV show and podcasts. So until next time, I'm your host, Justin Allen Hayes, and we ask you to dream, go for those dreams, be a voice for you or somebody in need. And the future is ours to write, to put in the record books. So go after those dreams, inspire others, inspire yourself, inspire family members, inspire people that tell you no, that say that you're doing a scam, that you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, that uh, you shouldn't go after that. I'm here to tell you firsthand that Voices for Voices isn't just a lot of work as an organization. We've had to fight tooth and nail. That's just an analogy to do what we're doing and to continue doing what we're doing. We have a lot of people that are telling us, stop, stop, stop. You're not making a difference. You're in a scam. Uh, and the thoughts and the hate mail and all that. Uh, it comes. And one thing I was that has been brought to my attention, that if you have people that are detracting or trying to detract from what you're doing or what your organization's doing, you're probably on the right track, because there's a lot of jealousy and envy that comes with any type of success, any type of following those dreams. A lot of jealousy and envy come. We're individuals, we're humans, we have faults, we all do. I do. Um, we all sin. Not one of us is perfect. Jesus Christ is perfect. Not you, not me. Um, None of us are. And so go after what you want to go after. Inspire, help others, be a positive influence, create that legacy. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people, number one, with Voices for Voices, and to leave a legacy for my daughter, because that's what it's all about. My time, our time, everybody's time on earth is so limited. We don't even know. It's so limited. And so those are the two things. I want to help people. And we've already talked about, and we'll continue to talk about, how mental health plays that huge role in that, and how my mental illnesses, how they play that role in it. But you're not going to stop us. You're not going to stop Voices for Voices. We're going to continue. We're going to live on. We're going to help people. We're going to help even more people than we think we're going to help. And just to know that Voices for Voices has gotten into the White House. Are you kidding me? That right there should be proof enough that if you're doing things for the right reason, if you're helping people, that you can also get into the White House, have people recognize you, your brand, your organization, the work that you do, how you're helping people. And so hopefully let me be an inspiration. Have Voices for Voices be an inspiration to you. And hopefully that inspiration leads you to inspire others in a positive way, to help people, to not put people down, to come out on the side of truth, like Caroline. And so we'll see you on the next episode, the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We can't thank you enough. Keep tuning in. Check out our over 320 other episodes of the TV show and podcast. Uh, Check out episode 316, Senator Ted Cruz, 2025 Voice of the Year Award winner. 317 with Oksana Baiul, 1994, women's single figure skating gold medalist from Ukraine, episode 317. And there's many, 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 many other guests that we've had. Those are just some in recent memory that I wanted to share. Uh, and if you can subscribe, like, share, give us a thumbs up, follow, all those things that are free. That helps us. And then that helps you as well because you're sharing positive content with your following, your followers. So thank you, Ralph Miley. Thank you, Caroline Levitt. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the entire world from sea to shining sea. We'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.